Hey everyone, it's Isabel here. I thought I would do a quick tutorial just to kind of show you how I do hair sometimes with Copic markers. This is Deborah Muller's new Beach Summer Printable, free in her Facebook group. I showed this in the things I'm coloring for August 2022. I just started it. I almost always do skin in Copic markers. So this is all done on Copic markers, her skin. Haven't finished yet. I like to go over a pencil and blend things in and fix some stuff. But I don't generally do hair with Copic markers because paper just sucks up Copic marker ink like an animal in a desert who needs water really badly. And these are expensive pens. These you can buy individually on Amazon, the Copic skin tones. There's lots of different like browns and colors you can use on skin tones that aren't a part of their 5 marker skin tone set that I like. And occasionally I'll do some hair in a skin tone if I'm doing like a dark hair just because I have dark skin. And I had these on hand and I thought I would do it just to show you. And then I'm also going to do her lips with these Tri-Blend markers, which I'll show you. So here I have Cashew, which is E79, and I don't know why it's called Cashew when it's dark cocoa brown, because cashews are light. I have E57 light walnut. And I have E17, which is reddish brass. There is some reddish brass in her skin tone. But I'm going to just show you this little trick I did, and I was playing around with it here, and I didn't finish, but I'm going to show you what I did. So there's a couple ways you can do this. I'm going to show you one way I've been doing it. So let's just start with this dark cashew. Now keep in mind, real hair, most of us have had hair dye many times over the years, which means in the light, we're going to see different shades and tones of light and dark and medium and faded old highlights and natural hair color peeking through. So I don't generally use just one color, but if you wanted a straight brown, you could just do straight brown with this. So what I did, here's one way you can do it. You just kind of go very lightly around the edges here. I do one part of the braid at a time. Okay, just go around. Then I'm going to move into the walnut, and I'm going to just kind of blend this in, but leave white space in the middle. The reddish brass is going to be the red highlight we're seeing. And so we're going to take this reddish brass and we're going to just kind of fill it in the middle in that white spot and then overlap the 2 browns. And these pens are just creamy and liquidy and delicious. Let me go back over these 2. I hadn't finished it. So you can see we're blending the lightest color, which is also the reddish brass, into the 2 browns to kind of give it that auburn brown look. So that was really it. Now another way you can do this is kind of what I did down here where you don't see as much red. And what I did there is I did more of it, almost all the dark brown, and just left a little strip of white in the center. For that one, I did the reddish brass first. I skipped the walnut. Did that in the center, and then I took the walnut and went over it to soften the redness and make it look more like it's an underlayer with more dark brown on top. So you see the difference? So here you have a brighter auburn that's kind of peeking through the brown. Here I just did, you barely see the red because it's covered by the brown on top of it. So you don't see as much of the red there. And, you can do every other section like that if you want. Because, you don't want it to all be entirely even. Because, again, you want hair to look natural. Like this is someone who's put red over brunette hair multiple times and it's faded and come back and faded and you've done different shades of red. So let's just do the way I did it. So again, outline it. You can do 2 sections at a time, but work pretty quickly because you want to blend these while they're moist. Move into this walnut. Walnut is a good Hispanic skin tone if you're trying to do, you know, Hispanic skin. It has a nice brown. And we're going to put this reddish brass over the two again. And then not put the walnut back over it like we did on that one. Again, this one here, we did the reddish brass first and put the walnut over it. So it kind of hid a lot of the red. This one, we did the walnut around the edges over the darker one, and then just the reddish brass over everything as the top layer. So you really do see the difference. So what you put on last does make a difference in the hair. And I think they both look nice, and I think it's nice to kind of blend it. If you have like a tendril, start at the bottom. I'm going to start darker at the bottom and just go up a little, purely dark. And kind of just leave some white areas there. And then let's go again for this walnut. And we'll just kind of overlap it in some spots, but again, leave some white. There's two ways you can do the loose tendrils. And then again, go for that reddish brass. And let's just go over the whole tendril and blend in these two colors and see how this works. It's a little harder. These ends are real soft and floppy. It's harder to get real precise with skinnier areas. So the skinnier tendrils, you know, you don't even have to put the highlights in it. I might go back over it with the walnut if it looks too muddy, like it's looking a little muddy right here. So I'm going to take the walnut and go back over the red and let that walnut be the top layer to just blend it a little better. And there you have that one. I'm going to flip over real quick to do her lips. I don't know how long my battery is going to last on my phone. So I have these Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend markers. I do have a tutorial on these and show you all the different sets I have of these. There's 7 or 8 boxes I have. So it has 3 different shades of this pink, dark, medium, and the brighter. This is the main one I'm going to use, and then I'm going to use the final light pink on the other one. So what I'm going to do, and you know, I have a lot of these dark pinks here for her sort of Marion Berry, I guess, ice cream, and in her cheeks, which I have to finish still. So I want to go for more of the purpley pink lipstick, and we're just going to kind of outline her lips like a lip liner with the darkest shade here. I'm going to lip liner it. Just like you would put on a lip liner pencil. And then I'm going to flip this over to go to the middle color. And we're just going to blend this into the lip liner a little and bring it just above it and start blending upward. Again, this is the same tone, but a different shade. Just a little lighter version of the same color. So let's just softly blend that in, do it quickly while it's still wet. Then let's do the lightest one, okay? And again, we're not going all the way up, but see, we're getting a little bit of a brighter pink here. I want to leave a little white at the bottom of her lip. And at the top of the bottom lip. Now you don't have to, you can go all the way up if you like. I'm going to then grab this one, this lighter pink here on the other one, and try to blend that into the final layer here. And it almost has a little more baby pink to it, which matches my ice cream a little more. Now, you probably do want to go back over this with a little white pencil a Prismacolor pencil or white Holbein where you did that lightest kind of a pink. I kind of wanted her lips to look a little rainbowy. Like where she's wearing those little Bonnie Bell lip smackers in the 80s. I don't know if you remember those, but they had these tutti frutti colors that reminds me of. So I kind of did that rainbow look there. If that's too coral, now you might want to go over a little bit of that with a white pencil. I'm just going to grab my white pencil here, which I have. I have my Prismacolor pencils here. Let's just grab my white, ooh, it's not very sharp. Grab my white pencil. Not sharp enough, but I just want to show you. And you can kind of go over the light pink part with the white, just to give it a little bit of highlights. Like if the light were reflecting on it. See how I'm doing that? And then on the top lip, just go over that lighter pink from the fourth shade we did. Because you're kind of giving it, you know, this is where our lipstick would generally start to wear off when we're wearing it for a while. It gets more pale closer to where our mouth opens from eating and drinking and talking. So that's why we're going to make it look like it's just kind of worn off. Make it look a little natural. And that's really all you have to do. You can, I'm going to put a little white in my ice cream. Some highlights here. Make it look a little frosty. A little bit of white. I'm going to work on that some more, but there we did. And that's really all I did for her lips. Super easy. So I'm going to go back and let's do some more of her braid and get this finished if you're still interested in watching. But here we have some bigger pieces that go down. So you can do the way I did where you blend it. You can do one color and work your way up solo, but you do kind of want consistency in how you do. Now you have a bigger piece here than you had down here, and so you want to bring the dark in a little bit more so you don't have too much overkill red, because we want this again to look natural. Like she's got some red underneath all her brunettes from years of hair dye. Let's get in here with our walnut and just kind of bring this down on both sides. The good news is once you get better at this, you can go really pretty quick, because these pens are so fluid and milky. You can just slap on something over it, you know, go on here pretty quick and fix it up. The trick is just to blend it before it dries. Always blend your markers before they dry, or you'll have streaks and it just won't blend. So I have that nice underlayer auburn, close enough. I like auburn hair in the autumn. I think that looks really pretty. I haven't decided what color to do the background of this picture or the hat. What do you guys think? Generally, what I would do is I would bring some color in her makeup or clothes into her wardrobe. So her dress and hat should have some of the lip shades in it, because normally I would do the clothing first, then the makeup. So I think I'm going to go for that hotter pink, which was the second and third color. Let's just go down here into her dress. That's the medium one. I think I want to go just straight to the lighter pink. And this is the one that's called Bright Pink Shades. I'm just going to go straight to the hot pink. I mean, you can blend in a little, but I think this is going to look best with a hot pink. Actually, you can do a little bit base layer here with this medium one along the bottom. Just blend it upward. I just want to give it a little shadow, you know, where her dress kind of starts. You don't have to do that. Again, you can just do the straight pink, but now originally I did not start out by wanting her dress to be pink. I just wanted to start out doing her makeup, but again, you want to always have the makeup coordinate with the outfit or the accessories. That's just how we would do it, and that's how you should do it in your art pictures. And you always want to pull colors even from your background into your characters and vice versa. If you're looking for a nice coordinating color theme with colors that complement one another. See, I brought a little bit, there's a little bit of that darker down there. You didn't have to do that, but I think it looks fine. Just to do that a little more here. But I won't finish this whole picture while you're on the camera because it'll suck up my battery and be redundant. But now you can kind of see just a quick, easy way I do lipstick and how I can do hair with Copic markers with undertone highlights. These Copic markers, just go ahead and go on Amazon, type in Copic marker E17 or, you know, whatever, and it'll pull up. But I love the different browns because I like to do a lot of ethnic skin, African American, Asian, you know, Spanish, whatever, tanned skin. You can only have so much of the same kind of light Caucasian-y skin. I like more dimension and depth in my skin and imperfections. That's why I made her nose kind of white. I started that out because I figured she has some suntan lotion on there. I almost thought of going over that with a pencil, but I actually used a lighter peach Copic for that. I kind of want to go over it with a pencil to make it look like she has suntan lotion on there, but I didn't want to like undo it if I didn't like it. All right, like I can't really undo it if I didn't like it, and I was kind of afraid to. So, and if you don't end up liking the darker, you know, shadowy part at the bottom, you can just go over the whole thing with the middle color if you want. I'm going to take the darker one for her strap. Maybe half of her strap. Let's do half of her strap, and this is the base color we did her lip liner in. And then let's go to the middle one for this other side, which is what we did at the bottom down here. And this is why I like these tri-blend markers, because you can have several different shades of the same color, and they all coordinate really nicely in wardrobe. I think that looks good. I have to figure out what I'm going to do here. Maybe I could do one of these coral. How's this darker one going to look? It's not going to stand out much if I do pink over pink. Let's see what I have here. I have a whole bunch of Sharpies here. What if we do a purple? Dark purple. Sharpies are great for little details because they're thick, dark, rich colors that really pop out. That looks good. And there's a little bit of more purplish here in her strap. So see how I'm trying to like pick a color theme? Like, you know, colors in the same tone and range. You hear a lot of these coloring book artists that like, oh, I use the color wheel and the color coordinating chart wheel app, and I don't do any of that. My mom was an artist. I'm an artist. Like, I just have good fashion sense and, you know, good accessory and wardrobe sense. So I know what colors go good together and what don't. But if you don't have those skills, you can definitely, if you have an iPad or something, get like a color wheel app that can help you with that. Maybe I should do a little dark right here. That looks good. See where it's coming along. And we have her hair ties here. Now her hair ties, since her hair is dark, we probably want to go with maybe the coral that we did the final layer of her lips here. And maybe the one in the center, the middle color, maybe even the darker one. Because you want it to pop out in dark hair. So, and I think I'll do this one. I'll do her hat, which is the other lip color. So there we go. There's just the beginning of Deborah Muller's summer free picture. And I'm going to finish up her hair. I'm going to finish up her makeup. And her eyes, I'm going to also do brown. Maybe, I don't know. Blue would be really pretty. Pretty blue eyes with several different shades of blue. I could almost just go for it right now while you guys are on camera and use some of my Sharpies for her eyes. But I think I'm going to wait and use my Prismacolors. All right, you guys. Well, when you see my what I colored in August 2022 video, the first few days of September, you will see this completed picture. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. And if you really want to blend in more color, take this cashew and make this ice cream here be dark chocolate ice cream and go over it with a pencil. Let's just start and I'll show you how I do that. I'm going to make this chocolate ice cream with the straight dark, which is why I think this should be called dark chocolate instead of cashew. But let's make this chocolate ice cream because, again, we're bringing out some colors in her hair into the scene, right? We're coordinating colors. I'm going to go over this with a dark chocolate Prismacolor pencil to make it look much more, much richer brown. But this will look like strawberry and chocolate ice cream. And I have had COVID, what feels like forever now. And so I could seriously use some ice cream because I've been eating nothing but fruits and vegetables and drinking green tea. And this whole health kick to get over COVID diet thing is like a real kale Drago. So I'm ready for something else. I just don't want to suck up all my ink. So let me just show you what I'm going to do here. Let's just find a good brown. I thought I was going to finish the video. I'm still going here. Let's find a good brown for the dark chocolate ice cream. I think I'll go with sepia. Here's my color pencil. And let's just go over this so it's nice and rich and dark. Plus it'll leave a little waxy sheen because, it's a wax pencil, and then it'll look more like a sheen from ice cream, which is another reason to use these. I don't know if you can see it, but there's it's leaving like a little waxy sheen on there, which looks more like frost when you go, when you use Prismacolors over Copic markers, which is why I'm doing this. There's little circles. And again, then we might want to take our white pencil and do a little bit of white spots. A little frost, maybe a little frosty spots here, here, just a little. And I may put more time into that, but you get the general gist. So we have some delicioso ice cream there, and I think it's gonna be a fabulous picture. It's really dark, so it's like a dark chocolate or even a black licorice ice cream. It's hard to tell, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video for real. I'm all done. Here's my ice cream, some of this hair we did up close, her lips. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial, and please like and subscribe if you haven't, and I hope to see you in another video.